Hey, welcome to thebigdealguys.com. I'm Michael Lund.
And I am Andrew Weiler.
And we're here to do something.
We are here to tell you about the 13 things that every ministry needs to build, needs to have on hand so that you can do creative programming.
And we've been building these now for the last, this is our third week. What did we build first?
Well, first we started with an air cannon. We figured, you need something to just give real pop or punch, excitement to a program. And so we started with that, and then we moved on to...
Or to even shoot a moon pie.
That's true.
Then we moved on to the Worlds of Hurt, which was really a wrist rocket that had a fishing reel on it, so you could use that to shoot lines over high places, which is exactly what we've done, which takes us to the week 3.
That's right. Both of those are on demand. You can check them out at the live stream channel. You can check them out at thebigdealguys.com. But once you've hooked your line over something, sturdy and strong up in the ceiling, you can do this.
You can actually use that line to lift things. Now, of course, this line probably wouldn't, well, this one would hold a piano, but we've actually taken a 16-pound bowling ball and we've fitted it with a wooden plug so it'll hold this up. This is a steel, usually a hard hat day, this is a steel-toed day.
Yes, this is true.
So now we've taken this and go, well, how can I cue this to drop it on something? Andrew, what would we drop this on?
Well, we would drop this on a chicken checker, for instance, which is like a catapult, which we'll build next week and show you put it all together.
So this could be hanging on your stage, and then when this falls, but how do I get this to fall on cue? That's why you're here today.
That's right. Today we are talking about simple vice grip triggers. So what you have is a vice grip trigger looks something like this. You can see Michael is attaching underneath here this bowling ball to this vice grip trigger. It's attached just to this movable block, and there you have it. Now I'm even going to go so far as to say that's how much I trust it. That's how long I trust it.
Yeah, because I didn't really set that up for that, but that's amazing. So, and really, we only use this size vice grip to hold this bowling ball. So this will literally hold the weight of a person. And here's how we learned that, Andrew. I went around the South one year looking at dunking booths. Where you throw the ball and the guy falls in the water. I got around behind because I had to build one. I couldn't afford one. I found out what was holding the platform was a simple vice grip trigger. And once it was released, the man fell into the water. Changed everything about how we do stage contraptions, drop balloons, banners, buffaloes, bowling balls, pianos, pies.
Ponies, it doesn't matter. No, we don't drop ponies. Hey, but here's the thing. So a vice grip, there's all different sizes, all different types. You got little needle nose vice grips like this. You got bigger, little heftier vice grip here. You got these size that what we're using. This is probably the majority of the ones that we use are just like this here.
They're easy to hide in the stage. They're kind of small. This one can actually be drilled. A hole can be drilled in a table. You can reach up through the hole and clip something and release it from underneath. Genius how these work. Here's what we do though. We take that vice grip. You see this one's attached. Yeah. And we weld it onto a plate. Simple as that. Any sort of flat plate, here's a piece of steel right here, just weld it on here. Buy 5 or 6 of these are $10 or $12 a piece, budget for them this next year. Get some scrap steel, your welder will have that. Take them to a little welding shop out somewhere, there's a bowling ball hanging over here, and just have him weld several of these on in different positions. So you can do what we did here, screw it down, clamp it down to a table. Now how do we release it, Andrew?
That's right, so the release works like this. You see in tight here, they all have these like double-handled piece, and this little inner tab is what actually releases the spring and releases the whole trigger. And so what we do is sometimes we want a little board, sometimes we want a string, sometimes we want a dustpan. We use all kinds of different things to trigger these. And so we take a little universal wire, baling wire, something like that, and weld it together right on the back end there, and let's just do one, show them how fast that can happen. Perfect.
Take 2 minutes. Here, take a minute. Put that on. I'll hold it right here. Here, welder's coming up right now.
Welder's up. Now, here's the thing. You can use a welder. We use
just
kind of a MIG welder here that makes life easier for us. But,
don't hit that. We're okay.
You're tied up.
I think we're fine. Look at this. I'm just going to hold this for you. This won't hurt your eyes at home. I'm going to shut my eyes, and you'll have. Here's the welder. Here's a clamp. We just clamped it into this. I have a small wire. I'm going to actually put on another glove. What do you think?
That's a great idea.
I'm the guy holding this, and I'm going to put this right here, just like this.
So like I said, we use this kind of a welder. You might actually have something like a acetylene torch or something like that might be able to work for some of these projects.
Glue will not work.
Glue will not work. So don't.
Give us a little shot right there. Andrew.
All right, here we go.
I'm going to close my eyes on the count of 3. Ready?
Count of 3.
1, 2, 3. That ought to do it. Bingo. Do it one more time. Burn that one. It's a thin wire. Hold it. Perfect. All right. right, there it is right there. Now what we've got is, we have this vice grip wired with a little special trigger. So when we clip it, then all we have to do is have a ball roll down the chute, have someone throw a hat, throw a ball, a high tin, anything, and we'll show you how simple that is. So we're going to go through it one more time, then we're going to release this. But let's show you something else you can do with this, Andy.
Right, so of course we, in our shop, we're welders, but this is carpentry, this is any kind of skills that you might happen to have. You can take all this stuff and make releases, triggers, levers. Some of you guys who maybe are familiar with Rethink 252 curriculum, stuff that we use all the time, we love those guys. We did a video about 1.5 years ago with them called the Paul Determinator. If you were at Orange 09,
eggs, yeah,
if you were at Orange 09, it was on as part of the Kid Stuff Showcase, the part of the video. And this is a piece that we actually used in there. And it's just a release. It had flour on it. We were kind of using it to represent snow. And we just welded all this up with a little pulley, a glass of water, a little, a little hinge, all that kind of stuff. We put it together and we used a vice grip trigger to release all the different parts of the contraption. So, if you can see here, one of the things I'd like to make you aware of is that these vice grips, they also have welding kind of clamps, welding vice grips. And these we use to hold stuff all over a stage. For instance, this entire contraption is held up by one vice grip right here. So you can see how versatile these tools really are. When you just want something quick and easy, you don't want to have to build an entire, solid freestanding structure to do everything you want to do. You just go, boom, I use these, I interchange boxes, I interchange plates, I interchange pieces of contraptions. Quick, easy.
Put some of these in your toolbox. They're worth the budget item of what you can do. And if your car breaks down on the way home, by the way, we need to go get my Jeep. And but watch this. This is two little things. Here, all we're going to do is do this. We're going to drop the bowling ball. You got it. They're called vice grips. Do not buy the new ones that have a rubber piece on the back that says easier to use. Do not do it. Go somewhere where you can get the Irwin vice grip made by the Peterson family from DeWitt, Nebraska in 1924. By the way, he was a Danish blacksmith. That's how I know who he is. Make sure you get the real ones, even if you have to go to a supply house. Do that. Don't get the cheap ones. Don't buy the cheap ones at the dollar table for $3. No, don't do it. Okay.
Especially if you're going to walk underneath your bowling ball.
This could get wet here, but this should work. Perfect. All right, let's release this, and might as well just give them the big crash here that we started with to show you how easy this works.
Go ahead and make sure all the electrical
sponges are out of the way. We pull the bowling ball into position. We literally lock it down in the vice grip. There's an adjusting screw on the back, so you can put as much friction on the rope as you want. And there it is. Let's center this, and we'll use it today to crush this moon pie. Okay, so we'll put the moon pie down there. You don't need a camera shot of that, but there it is. And we'll do a little countdown. TheBigDealGuys.com. Keep up with us. You want to see all the stuff on demand, send us an email. Let us know what you need supply-wise, and we'll help you find it, put it together, and then your folks can just do a countdown. This might be a part of, for us, a contraption, but you might do a countdown where it's 5, 4, hit it in, 3, 2, 1. Nice shot. We flattened that moon pie in a million pieces. Slip it right in an envelope to mail it.
All right. Go to your grandmother. Hey, at the end of the day, these are one of the pieces of equipment that we use all over the place. It's really simple to make. If you don't have a welder, I mean, that's something that is a skill that we think is just essential to have. But if you don't, there are plenty of places that do, maybe even your local high school. You're a brave man.
I'm talking. I'm in fashion.
I think that you're about ready to have tears come out of your eyes. Those things pinch hard. You can do those with lizards. Have you ever done that?
No, but we're not going to build a lizard. 13 things that you need in your family ministry. Check us out next week. We're going to build a chicken chucker, and it's a catapult to launch rubber chickens across your audience.
Yeah, that'll take us a little bit more time, so be prepared to spend some time with us building that. Some wood, a little bit more carpentry skills, so that's good.
Some hinges, a few things like that. See you next time on TheBigDealGuys.com.